the way family has interacted over the last couple of days. And I know that my cousin Sherry has been well assimilated into the Woodruff family. And as for me, I've been putting Steve through the Burke test. And in my check boxes, if he can enjoy Lake Erie perch at Fort's Tavern in Wellington and pork tenderloin sandwiches from West End Tavern, he's okay in our book. Because he enjoys the simple things. And that is a great segue to a reading that Noel and Lorraine are going to have for us about simple things.
Okay, so this is a poem, Simple Things, by Jim Brickman. Hey, time won't wait. Life goes by. Every day's a brand new sky. Every tear comes to dry. All that really matters in this crazy world is you and I together. Baby, just remember. The first leaves of the tree, the way you look at me, 1,000 chiming church bells ring. The simple things are free. The sun, the moon, the stars, the beating of two hearts. How I love the simple things just are.
So here we go, let's just dance. Teach my soul to take this chance. Put my heart in your hands. Out of all the moments that we leave behind, turn around and tell me, we'll remember.
The thunder and the rain, the way you say my name. After all the clouds go by, the simple things remain. The sun, the moon, the stars, the beating of two hearts. How I love the simple things just are.
Oh, the ocean and the sky, the way we feel tonight. I know that it's love that brings the simple things to light. The sun, the moon, the stars, the beating of two hearts. I love the way the simple things just are.
And so in front of the ocean in the sky, with two hearts beating tonight as one, we bring the Burke and the Woodruff and the Werwill families together as Steve and Sherry profess their love for each other and bind their hearts to one another. Sherry and Steve, I ask you to affirm your willingness to enter into this covenant of marriage and to share in all the joys and sorrows that your relationship will hold. Steve, will you have Sherry as your wife? And will you love her faithfully as long as you will live? If so, respond, I will. And Sherry, will you have Steve to be your husband? And will you promise to love him faithfully as long as you shall live? If so, respond, I will. They both said I will, by the way. You've gathered together a number of your family and friends to be with you, and you invited them to more than just a view of the ocean and a somewhat Pacific Ocean sunset. So, if you would you all rise in support of this wedding? These are all going to be a tremendous community for you to lean upon in your married life. So friends, do you pledge your support and encouragement to the commitment that Steve and Sherry are making this evening? If so, respond with one voice, we do.
We do.
Now, I invite you to turn around and look out at this group of people.
It's a motley group, isn't it?
And think also about those who are going to gather with you in Ohio later this fall to celebrate, and especially two people back in Findlay that are with you in heart, your mothers. The resources for a good marriage are all here. All you have to do is call upon it when you need it. Thank you. Please be seated.
That's beautiful.
Did he kiss the bride?
He didn't. Yeah, they did.
Did they kiss?
No, I don't think they said their vows.
Kiss, kiss. Oh, he's
They
gonna
said
do
their
that.
vows.
Yeah, they did. They said, I will, I do.
That was their intent.
I was asked to sing this song for Steve and Sherry because they said if they were going to write their own vows, this is what they would say to one another. The song is called That's All by Alan Brandt and Bob Haynes. I can only give you love that lasts forever, and a promise to be near each time you call. And the only heart I own for you and you alone, that's all, that's all. I can only give you country walks in springtime, and a hand to hold when leaves begin to fall, and a love whose burning light will warm the winter's night. That's all, that's all. There are those, I am sure, have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a lifetime can never destroy. If you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you adore, for now and evermore. That's all. That's all.
That's your cue. Let's do the rings. These are heavy.
I would invite you both to make the vows you've come to share tonight. Steve to Sherry. Sherry, I give myself to you to be your husband. I promise to love and sustain you in the covenant of marriage from this day forward, in sickness and in health, in plenty and in want, in joy and in sorrow, as long as we both shall live. And Sherry, I invite you to make your vows to Steve. Steve, I give myself to you to be your wife. I promise to love and sustain you in the covenant of marriage from this day forward, in sickness and in health, in plenty and in want, in joy and in sorrow, as long as we both shall live. Steve and Sherry, these rings are made out of precious metals, reminding how precious your love is for each other. And the circle does not have a beginning or an end. It's unending, just as your love for each other is. So Steve, I'd invite you to take two, they're small. And then if you'd repeat after me, Sherry, I give you this ring as a sign of my love and faithfulness. I receive this ring as a sign of our love and faithfulness. Steve, I give you this ring as a sign of my love and faithfulness. I receive this ring as a sign of our love and faithfulness.
Yeah, potato chips.
Sherry and Steve, you are wife and husband. And go ahead, kiss the bride. And with that, I'm pleased to formally introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Steve and Sherry Woodruff.
Time won't wait, life goes by. Every day, a new sky. Every tear comes to dry.
They're going off for another picture. So we've got a little bit, at 8 o'clock we'll be doing the champagne toast. So